There's no such thing that people will not be in a competition as Tenjin, guys. I refuse to believe that young, beautiful girls like Vuyokazi Tirelo and now Matlele, that there will not be any competition with amongst them, no matter what they say, you guys. I think when you look at older wives and people who have been extension for a longer time, when they probably started off, there was some sorts of competition, but now that they're older, there's like different things that they are focused on, or probably also upbringing and the culture that they grew up in was different. But in this day and time, guys, no matter if you put another woman next to another woman and they are kind of like chasing or kind of like aiming for positions in this man's life, there's bound to be competition. Mpumelelo basically is toying with all these girls' feelings, and he's basically saying the last time he said he's assessing them, assessing of who's gonna take what ranking. Like if you assessing people, like is it not a competition? Are you not comparing the one against the other? Like there's no such thing. And Uvuyokazi said something which I wanna come to. Even if Vuyokazi had intentions of not coming into a relationship for competition, she's bound to be in competition. She is bound, you guys. Because like the things Vuyokazi says at times gives me the impression that she feels like she's not as valued. And the moment you feel like you're not as valid, you fall into that mode of wanting to prove that you are above the next person. So I feel like personally, and I'm gonna say personally because I know you guys love Vuyokazi and I know you guys fight for Vuyokazi and I know you guys, anyone who says anything against Vuyokazi, you guys will fight for her. So please hear me out with an open heart, hear me out and open up your ear and listen to what I'm saying and then assess and judge what I'm saying. Right. So Uvuyokazi, I believe that when she looks at herself, she sees herself like as a high esteemed woman. Even the way she treats herself, the way she carries herself, the way she speaks, you can see that this is a woman that she honors herself and she thinks highly of herself. And she wants to be treated as the high personage that she sees herself. And I love that about her. Uvuyokazi unestima, istima meaning that she's got this respectable aura that she carries with her, and it's in the way she treats herself, the way she carries herself. She's got this respectable demeanor that she carries with her. And I think the thing that gets to her the most is that Umpumelelo is dragging all of that to the mud. Umpumelelo is dragging all of the dignity that she seems to carry to the mud. And I agree with her. Because when she did a Q&A on Instagram, she said that the only thing she's been fighting for, even off camera, is her dignity. Even in this last episode of Izingane Zesthembu, that's basically what she was saying. She's like, I'm fighting for my dignity. I feel like I no longer have a dignity because of the stuff that Mpumelelo does. So what she's fighting against is not exactly the things he does, but the way he does it, that he should at least respect her in the things that she does. And I agree, you guys, especially if you that type of person. Like it's a different thing if you are for the streets, really. But Vuyokazi is not a woman like that. She is not a woman for the streets. She respects herself. And quite frankly, she's just asking Pumelelo to do stuff in a respectable way that's not going to make people like look down on her. And Mpumelelo, quite frankly, does not understand that because Mpumelelo, he's for the streets. He does things like in a different way. And he was basically saying that he doesn't get why Vuyokazi keeps saying other people, why she keeps adding other people, because he is in a relationship, or the two of them are in a relationship with one another, and he believes they should not be adding any third parties into their relationship. So he doesn't get why Vuyokazi keeps saying, this is how people are going to view me, this is how people are going to see me and whatnot. And I'm just like, but that's just who she is, and you've got to respect the fact that she respects her image. And Umpumelelo doesn't care about image, because the reason why he doesn't care about image is because for a male child, for a boy child, having many girlfriends is seen as, a glorious thing, especially in the Zulu culture. But for the woman, it's not seen as a glorious thing. So if you are a woman and your man is behaving like that, somehow it's a reflection of you. So I think like Umpumelelo is not being considerate of what the stuff he's doing, of how it's tainting Vuyokazi's image. Because at the end of the day, we are out here asking ourselves and asking her why is she staying in a relationship like that. So her image is being dragged, because to us it looks like, no ma'am, you the one who has a problem with decision making, or you the one who has a problem because you entered something knowing very well that this guy told you that this is going to be the situation. And she's like, no, I knew that this is going to be the situation. I just thought that this guy was going to handle it in a much better way. So anyway, Vuyokazi says something. She says in that family meeting, she says that Pumelelo likes treating her like a crazy person. And she says, I'm not a crazy person. And it just made me think that sometimes people who are narcissists, they will end up making you feel that way. And if you stay long enough, they'll end up making you believe that you are the crazy one. So Vuyokazi also says that there's some things that Mpumelelo does that makes her feel that he is appreciating the other side much more. And obviously, she is talking about Tirelo. She's talking about Tirelo and saying that there's stuff that Mpumelelo does that make it seem, and everyone can see that he's doing much more for Utirelo. And Mpumelelo brought up the occasion of basically Vuyokazi thought that Mpumelelo took out money for Utirelo's baby photo shoot, her pregnancy bump photo shoot. So she believed that he took out money for her for that pregnancy photo shoot. So Vuyokazi basically wanted the same thing. And it seemed like by the time she wanted that, Mpumelelo didn't have the money for it, but he had to make a plan, because Vuyokazi was convinced that the money for Tirelo's photo shoot came out from him, so he was going to do it by fire, by force. And Pumelelo says that Vuyokazi has the tendency of not believing him. I mean, I don't blame her. But another thing I also want to say is that most so stingy, if you decide to be in a polygamous relationship, guys, there's just some things you can't do, things like a conventional, normal, in inverted commas, relationship. And I feel like certain things come with maturity and come with age. Because Vuyokazi is like, she said basically everyone can see and people can see that Mpumelelo is doing much more for Tirelo's side. And I'm like, but ma'am, why are you talking about other people and how everyone can see? But then again, it's an age factor. When you're around that age, guys, no matter what people say, you still do care about what people think. What people think still stings. And I believe that it comes with maturity. There are some people, like for instance, like people like Umayini at her age, she doesn't care what people think. I don't think she cares of what people think like Vuyokazi. And I don't blame Vuyokazi, because I mean they are young. These people are young, you guys. So Vuyokazi, she's in a situation rather where this guy, anything she says, this guy turns it around and makes it seem like she's the crazy one. And I truly do hope, you guys, that if she does plan on continuing with this relationship, I truly do hope that she begins to take counsel from people who have walked this relationship, because I don't think a single person like myself who doesn't believe in polygamy, I don't believe in polygamy because quite frankly, I don't think it's healthy for women in this day and age. I think it's a selfish thing in this day and age. And Yeah, I don't think she should take advice from people like me, because people like me will tell her to choose herself and leave. So I think she should take advice from people who have been in that situation, who understand that situation, who can give her counsel on how to deal with such matters. Because right now, I just feel like the people who are in her ear are not like, they are people like me who are telling her to put herself first. And in polygamy, guys, you don't put yourself first, you put the vision of your husband first. That is just about it in polygamy. But for as long as like, according to what I see things to be, I just feel like Umpumelelo is a narcissist. I feel like he senses everything around him, and quite frankly, I feel like he forgets the elements that these are still people's feelings. And he, at the end of the day, still has a relationship with an individual. That this is not just some game where you get to decide like how people must act and how people are going to receive your feelings and all of that, how people are going to receive your words and all of that. But for Vuyokazi, if she's going to continue on this journey of choosing herself, I just don't see things working out for her in this relationship. And if I'm being quite honest, I really don't want things to work out for her in this relationship. But she's the one who knows her heart's desires. And if it were up to me, I'd tell her, don't ever rob yourself of your heart's desires. Don't exit a relationship whereas you still love a person and you're not ready to move on. Yeah. That is it. Anyway, guys, please do make sure that you like the video. Please do subscribe. It is absolutely for free of charge, and I'll see you on the next one.